So as you can see, we've got a tractor now, tractor slash digger, which is so exciting, because the one thing about building on the trail is it just takes so long to do anything with. You can just be 9-10 hours on building for even just a smaller jump or whatever, like the moon booter. So we've got a tractor now that's just taking so much effort out of it. As you can see there, like the scoop, even on the smaller bucket, that's like 6 to 12 shovels just in one scoop, and that's a smaller bucket. So we're going to go up, get a quad bike and get a shovel to help shape it out and stuff while he's digging. Shout out to Alistair for helping us with it. So I've got a shovel, not a good one, but I recently spent must have been a solid 40 minutes or something scraping the back off one of them on the pattern shovel, because it's just such a difference scraping the paint off it, because the dirt just doesn't stick. It's a flat thingied shovel, so it's so good for packing, which is obviously a huge benefit. You can just really shape them perfectly. So we're just using this to get a rough shape for Alistair so he can see what he's digging, and just shape up the jump, and hopefully the plan is to come up tomorrow. So this is a jump. It probably doesn't look too much bigger on camera, but this is huge. A lovely big what's it called? Oh, I've completely forgotten it. Like progressive, there's the word. Progressive jump. A proper beastie one. This took us less than an hour to build. It's something silly like 4 degrees, so the GoPro just died on me there. But as I was saying, it's a really progressive jump. We built this in what, 40 minutes or less, which would have taken 4-5 hours to do by hand. The jump before it was tiny. It was so small. This is quite a big gap. Also in camera it doesn't look it, but it's a pretty big gap. If we jump on the tractor for perspective, the tractor takes up the whole track. So there's your takeoff there, and you'll land in there. It's a big gap. Get off this without hurting myself. It is a big gap, so you can see it's a big jump as well. So the plan is, you're going to be, there's the width of the what's it called? My English today is rubbish. Takeoff. So we're going to place the log here, this big one, and build like a nice flowy compression into it, just to give you something to land on, because I've got no idea how high this is going to send you, but it's a big jump. If you've seen the one on Street Fighter, it's about twice the size of that. It's huge, so it's a monster. Pretty scary actually, because it's much bigger than I was expecting. The moon booter, which is the one that goes over the tracks in the middle, was the biggest jump, but this is pretty scary. This is a proper jump now. So it's super hard to show perspective of the jump, but this thing is huge. I think the last time I measured it, it's about a 17-foot gap or something, so it's not a small gap. The actual takeoff, it's super nice and progressive. Got my grammar right this time. See it from here. really nice. It's just super hard to show jumps and distances on camera because it really doesn't show it at all, but what a monster. There's no landing yet, and obviously I'm anticipating this jump to be pretty big because the V1 of this gap, you were high when you were jumping it, so I can't imagine with it 5 times the size of that or something how high you will be that you'll end up just flat bombing. The running needs some work, so that's probably what we'll do next, is working on that before we can find a hell of a lot of confidence to send this gap, because whoa, it's scary. So you would have just seen the 2 time lapses, one of clearing all this first bit and then clearing this top section. Surprisingly, it might not look it, but it's a lot of work. You got a lot of sticks and stuff to pull through, but it's really cool. We've kind of, you can see the quad bike in the distance, the lights. We've kind of kept it quite natural apart from the monster jump, but keeping the sides nice and tight with the leaves and sticks, but a clear path in the middle. I'm not sure where we're going to start, to be honest, because it's hard to gauge the speed because we've never, no one's rode it yet. But the way the land goes, there's kind of like a second dip there, so you'll be able to, if you're going in too slow, you can use that as a compression and pump through it, and you'll probably pick up some extra speed. But it's a super nice running. I used the natural dirt of the ground to make it, obviously it's a lot less hassle than taking some dirt out the hole and filling all this, but plus this won't wear away as quickly. So we've got the monster, all this huge big running, whatever we work with it, and then this huge monster lip. Well, it's gonna be a mad one. You'll be able to get some height on it. Try and get a good shot from the side on. It's a big gap, it's a monster gap, so even the takeoff from behind, huge. And the plan is, there's a big tree there, so we're going to build the tree, put tree right here, and we're going to have a landing. We're not going to even be able to land in the middle to check for speed and stuff. It's going to have to be full send into it, because the height you're going to get from even just going half the speed, you're going to bottom your forks out. It's not going to be a nice landing, so it's really going to have to just be full commitment to it, as much as it's very scary to commit to. But I think we're going to call it a day there as far as the video, because my GoPro's at 17%. James is already on his way up, so it'll be interesting to see what he thinks of this big jump. But that'll probably be the first episode with the tractor. There's a robin, there'll definitely be more to come, and this is just a teaser of some of the jumps we're going to be building, because we can always put some berms in after this, and there's so much potential for the line. So thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.